So this is Vistabuntu, and welcome to another episode of my Let's Play series of the Technic SSP mod pack for Minecraft 1.2.5. In the last episode, we made a little bit more progress with Thaumcraft 2 and Equivalent Exchange, that being the focus of my Let's Play series here. And I just realized this big path that I carved out here using the Destruction Catalyst a couple episodes back. Seems to be a nice trap for these Thaumcraft slimes, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Never seen so many slimes in this game. And snakes too, snakes in a pit, but the slimes, it's crazy. And I can hit them, cool. 3 XP. But yeah, so in this episode I'm hoping to get a little bit more progress made on the Thaumcraft stuff. And in Equivalent Exchange 2, hoping to get the Swiftwolf's Rending Gale finally. Got very close to getting enough dark matter for that in the last episode. I don't need milk, because I'm playing on normal. Anyway, right. So, in the last episode we got really close to getting the Swiftwolf's Rending Gale, which will allow me to fly, as long as I have some kind of Equivalent Exchange to fuel source, like a Klein Star that has charge, or perhaps something like gunpowder or coal or redstone. I think any type of fuel source like that will work. Up there is a discovery I made. So I was trying to figure out ways to keep these areas that I'm playing in loaded while I'm doing other things. And I have good news and bad news about that. So the good news is there is a way to do it. There's actually a few ways. This is one called a teleport tether block, and it's actually really cheap. You make 4 of them with just 8 iron ingot and 1 lapis lazuli. And it keeps a 3x3 area of chunks loaded. So if I hit F9, this area here, it's kind of hard to see right now, but when I was on top and I hit F9, it looked really neat. But this 3x3 chunk area centered on that chunk that's in is all going to remain loaded. The downside is any chunk loading, apparently, at least in this version of Minecraft or this mod pack, any chunk loading apparently does not work between worlds. So, like, this area will remain loaded as long as I'm in this Mystcraft Desert Age. But if I go to the Dense Ores Age that has all of my ores and stuff, and some industrial craft things, etc., this area here will be unloaded, even if I have some kind of chunk loading block in the area. So, that's really unfortunate, because now I can't rely on some neat setups like having this processing all of my ores into ingot from dusts, and in the Dense Ores Age processing all of the ore blocks into those dusts. And other things, of course. Keeping this area loaded, anything that has my Equivalent Exchange energy collectors would be nice to keep loaded, because then they would continually increase the EMC collected even when I'm going and doing other things. There's another way to kind of achieve that same outcome of having things done really quickly instead of having to wait, and that's using a bed. And you might be wondering, if you're not familiar with all the mods in this mod pack, why a bed might be something that you can use for that purpose. But there's, in this mod pack, something called the Somnia mod, and I'm just going to demonstrate it here. And you might also be wondering, well, it's daytime, how can you do that? But, what? Are you serious? My god. Maybe it only works in the Overworld? Actually, I think I remember, there's a whitelist type of thing in a config file for the mod for Somnia. I'll go to the Overworld and show you in a little bit. But basically when you sleep with the Somnia mod in the mod pack, the that mod makes the game actually continue running like, and simulating everything that would happen if you were still playing and not sleeping. And that's good and bad, because on the downside, you can still be attacked by mobs. Mobs will still spawn around you. You'll still get hungry, and so on. So you need to like have more food with you in order to offset when you're sleeping and generating more hunger that way. But on the positive end, you're getting a whole lot more progress with like your EMC machines that take a lot longer to typically achieve things. Like if you're using the, sorry, not EMC, like any industrial type of machines, like industrial craft, recycler, for example, it might take ages to get certain things from the recycler, but if you just sit there with a bed and continually sleep until you get the things you want, as long as you have enough food production, you'll be fine doing that. But that point there is why I don't want to use Somnia, because it feels cheaty for that reason. Even though it has some realism aspects to offset that cheaty side of it, it's still too overpowered in my opinion. So just like what I did with the Equivalent Exchange 2 limitations I put in on myself in this Let's Play, I'm doing the same thing with the Somnia mod, and I'm not going to use the bed except to show you in a little bit. Aside from that though, I did some other things. So I didn't actually explain. In here, you'll notice I've got loads of charcoal, and I'm converting it all to coal. Reason being, even though I could just use the charcoal to, let me show from here. Uses, shapeless crafting. Oh, it was right here. So even though I could just use the charcoal, 4 charcoal and the Philosopher's Stone to make a coal, and then, sorry, and then 4 coal to make alchemical coal with the Philosopher's Stone, and then 4 alchemical coal to make Mobius fuel, and so on. The next step being to get to Eternalist fuel. So each of those requires 4 of the previous step to get to the next one. Sorry. So if I really wanted to, I could just take these 4 stacks of charcoal right here, upgrade them to 1 full stack of coal, and then take that 1 full stack of coal, upgrade it to 16 alchemical coal, and then upgrade that 16 alchemical coal to 4 Mobius fuel, and then convert that those 4 into 1 Eternalist fuel. I could do that with these 4 stacks of charcoal, but because I'm getting EMC anyway from these collectors, I may as well let it just accumulate on those things while I do other things with Thaumcraft or whatever, and then start with the next step up of just taking a full stack of coal and upgrading that into 1 Eternalist fuel. So that's the outcome that I'm seeking with these. And charcoal is super easy to get when you have a tree farm nearby. Sorry. And so that's why I'm kind of taking this route, letting it slowly build up to coal, and then I'm going to just use that coal. And you'll see how many I have here already. Yeah, it took a little bit of time between episodes gathering and processing and planning, so that's why I've got all of these. So these are all coal, full stacks, and each stack is worth 1 Eternalist fuel. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 14. So that's equivalent to 14 Eternalist fuel right there. And I've got a bunch more getting ready. And then this third energy collector here already has 25 Eternalist fuel ready. So I've got more than enough now with those diamond blocks to make 4 dark matter and to finally make the Swiftwolf's Rending Gale. So let's do that. And I'm going to put the Kleinstar Iron over here too. I don't know when I'm going to use these teleport tethers next, so I'm going to keep them a little bit separate from the rest of the stuff. I don't remember what I had here though. Oh well, not important. Yeah, so let's take care of that first before I move on to the next things. So I'll just take all 25, doesn't matter. 25 Eternalist fuel, I need 32, so 7 stacks of coal from here. Nice. Grab my Philosopher's Stone. Yeah. So I was taking all of the ores that I had collected from like mining trips trying to find V crystals and stuff, and I was throwing them in the macerator in the dense ores dimension so that I would be able to process them here. And so that's why I've got loads of dust on me, and none of these, except this one here, are iron dust, because I already processed all of the iron dust, and there's a lot of iron ingot in the chest back there in that dimension, so I'll show you that later. Yeah, making a lot of neat progress. Pretty awesome. I just want to offload some things. I don't need those. Okay. So, Philosopher's Stone, coal, 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 and coal. Right. Wow. This is so cool. 32. Wow. Alright, so I'll grab my feathers. I think that's all I need is 4 feathers. I'm blind. 4 feathers. Need 4 dark matter, and what else? Ah, iron band, so 8 iron ingot and a lava bucket. I could possibly make that amulet and then not have to waste the lava bucket, but I have extra lava buckets in here. I don't mind using one. 8 of these. Oh, and that ticking and whatnot in the background is back because I ran really low on cobblestone. These were almost empty pretty much, because I kept trying to keep both of these phasitoms topped off. And it turns out, like, when you have 2 cobblestone generators running side by side, that really runs at the exact same rate that the phasitom, like, takes cobblestone. It's interesting how close it is. So if you have 2 phasitoms, it's actually basically matching the production rate of 2 cobblestone gens. So if I had a third one that I was trying to keep up with and just like topping them all up every so often, I would not be able to keep up with just this. I would need to make it bigger. So that's an interesting discovery. But yeah, so I've got iron band. Wait, before that, let's make... This is so expensive, but it only gets more expensive, so... Bite the bullet now. Alright, cool. I'm gonna fly soon. It's gonna be so cool. I'm excited. Oh yeah, finally. My first power item. Alright, so where do I want to put this though? Who needs torches anyway? Oh yeah. So you basically, like in creative mode, you just hit space twice, and it lets you fly. So I'm gonna just fly up here to test it out. Take another look at this zombie brain processing thing. Sorry about the noise for a bit. I also, if I remember right, I don't take fall damage as long as I have it equipped. So I think I could just like drop from here, but I'm not gonna test that. And since I'm not in creative, I took damage from touching this. That's how I had it set up. Cool. Awesome. And since I'm over here, throw slime ball and fur into pit, get a zombie brain. Don't mind if I do. Oh, it was a bed that was in that spot. And I'll put this up here. And as you can see, it's using some charge off of this. It's at 50,000 EMC though, because I left it basically sitting in an energy collector and it didn't have anything processing in the other two, and then I just switched it to the other two to soak up the EMC they generated. And I kept doing that while I was working on stuff, so yeah. But let's get these thrown in. 13 fur, 13 slime balls. Am I gonna get attacked by a Thaumcraft slime? Doesn't matter because he can't hit me up here. Awesome. Alright, so I should have at least a few now. Nice. This is so cool. I love when things just work. It is a bit slow, but I couldn't think of any faster way to achieve the same type of setup. I'm going to run through this Klein Star so fast. Sorry, I just ate and did not drink enough, so throat's kind of dry. Yeah, as you can see, I let this go for a while, and I was topping it up like constantly, so it went through a lot of paper. I was basically doing all that while I was trying to let things process. So I'm actually going to turn this on since we're over here. It does use the V from here. I mean, you see it moving into it, but there was on the Thaumcraft 2 wiki for Technic pack, some people questioned whether it actually used V when it was on, or if it just needed to be connected to something with V in it. So it does use it, and because it uses it and goes down over time, I've just been throwing like stacks of seeds in there. I think, yeah, I still have some, because they have a smelting value of 4 and cobblestone has a smelting value less than 1, and it's actually really, really low. But I got loads of seeds from all the wheat farming I've done, so that's where all my seeds are going now, and saplings from the tree farm, because who needs all those saplings anyway. Alright, so I can fly now. That's so cool. And if I want to, I can also take that destruction catalyst and do some mining. I think I'll do that, actually. I need to be careful though, because this EMC charge is going to go down fast if I use that destruction catalyst very much, because it uses like 1,000 EMC each time that I fire it. But each time I fire it, it does break like a 3x3 by like 32, no, a pretty big section of space underground. So it's like 3x3 by 16 maybe. So it's quite a few blocks. And so 1,000 EMC is worth it, especially since you get, if you're at the lower Y levels when you do it, you get probably diamonds every other time that you fire that thing. And each diamond is 8,000 EMC. Not that I'm using the EMC for anything like that, but it's a comparison anyway. Right. So that is getting pretty close. Sure. I'll move something into it. I really don't think I need all of this. Oh, I remember. Nikolite. So Nikolite also has an EMC value of 128. And that's the same EMC value as coal. And they're both considered fuels in the EMC, or in the equivalent exchange mod. But these guys don't upgrade things to Nikolite. They also don't upgrade things to uranium, for example, but that's also considered a fuel. So I should be able to upgrade these in here. If I get rid of that, maybe not. That's disappointing. Okay, forget that plan. I'll just move a couple stacks of these, let them upgrade. Perfect. And I want to put the zombie brains over here. Oh, and now that I can fly, I might be able to take these guys on. These wisps. I don't think I need to though. They keep killing themselves on the cacti anyway, so every once in a while I get a V crystal from that. That's just gonna keep going down. I'm gonna throw some seeds on it. So I'm going to go to the Densor's Age in a moment, and while on the way there, I'm going to do some... I'm going to take a moment to sleep in the Overworld so you can see how how Somnia works. Goodness. And I got rid of the glass and the ladders, kind of in preparation for having Swiftwolf's Rending Gale ready, but also because I discovered after filling this up tons of times that it's just more convenient not to have blocks in the way. I can reach it from here. So, so yeah, I was just climbing the ladder for a while for no reason. Alright, get rid of those. I'm gonna leave it at the higher rate right now. Wow, this is fast. Oh my god. There were 3 stacks up there before. Anyway, so let's get over here. I also made these bigger in some of them. I kind of ran low on silverwood stuff, so I didn't want to put it all out. But I upgraded where I thought was appropriate because the taint level was still a little bit high in my opinion, and it wasn't really going down very quickly. And I want to see that go down because if it gets too high, then it starts lowering the V level in the area. And because I'm uncertain how much charge those Eldritch Monuments create for the taint level, I don't know how many silverwood logs I need to put out there to counter that. And then the leaves are just to lower the existing taint level. And I don't even know if that's certain. I couldn't really see anything definitive about that in the Technic wiki for Thaumcraft 2. Alright, so bed. I'll sleep in here so that I don't get killed by something flying around. Well, no, if it wakes me up, that'll just demonstrate to you how it works. Alright, so bed, right? And it's nighttime. I should be able to do it in the day anyway. I've done it before. But it asks if you want to reset your spawn and if you want to sleep until dawn. So I'm going to say don't reset my spawn. I don't know where my spawn is, but whatever. And no, don't sleep until dawn. Sure, sleep until dawn. And I can wake up whenever. But I'll let it just go and you'll see it's simulating the world at like 25 times. And it became dawn, but that wasn't a good example because it was already almost morning. So let's sleep until dusk. So it's going to take a while. It's simulating the whole world at like 25 times. So anything running like in Industrial Craft or something is happening 25 times faster now, which is like really, really fast compared to typical playtime. Problem is now I'm really hungry, and also that feels really cheaty to do that. So this bed is staying in here in case I need it for some reason. I have no clue why I would use it. But it might come up. Weird. Alright. don't like not having my torches on me, but whatever. I was doing a bunch of sugarcane farming too. Okay, so now that I can fly actually, let's take a look over here. Scorpions and a doggo. That's a zombie horse. Yes, spooky. Oh, you dropped a slime. Cool. I need slime balls. That was not good though. I should have been eating more before attacking things. Whatever. Put those away. Oh right, I got rid of all my slime balls. String. Sure. What are you? Oh, you're a rat. The rats from Mo Creatures mod, they drop coal when they're killed. I don't know what the backstory is for that, but it's an oddity, so I thought I'd tell you. Jellyfish? Jellyfish. I look at the mini-map and I see marks in the water and I'm not sure exactly what they are, so that's where my ESP is for knowing these things are out there. How's this doing? Haven't even used 3,000 yet. That's pretty good. So I can fly around quite a bit. I should be able to actually fly all the way to my other base and come back without really running low on EMC. No jelly or no slime from that guy. This is way more convenient. There we go. Way easier to do this than before. Where's the other one? Here he is. Oh, that's a fish. I'm so happy I've got this now. Creeper. Hello. I just want that jellyfish. Getting rid of this, all these other guys. Poorly, by the way. Because I can't crit while I'm flying, unless I'm really careful. That was stupid. I dropped right on that guy. But yeah, all these zombies, no brains. That is unfortunate. Yeah. But these are good research things, I think. No, I guess not. Only two. Still better than cobblestone. Speaking of that, there's valve? Yeah. V-valve. Research value 15 for things, basically 2 conduits and a lever. And you get 8 conduits from 4 wood planks, 4 glass panes, and a redstone. So that is extremely good research value for the cost. So I'm going to make a bunch of those and use those as research boosters instead of using cobblestone to do that. Hello. Oh, don't you look creepy. Oida? would like a spider eye. Thought I killed you. Must have been a different one. And the scorpion is getting annoying. Alright, so now that I can fly, I'm not really afraid of the dark anymore. And I am afraid of this guy. Because apparently, werewolves, the only way to actually deal decent damage to them is to use a gold weapon. And I don't know if I want to bother making one of those right now, so I'm just not going to fight him. But, hello. Where's my jellyfish? There he is. As always. Jellyfish? Jellyfish. Nope, fish. Also, really fast swimming, wow. I didn't remember this part of it. Then again, the only other time that I've used this was in a skyblock thing. It was the Feed the Beasts pyramid challenge map. And yeah, so there was no ocean. I just realized. That's why. Squid! I do need ink, so I'm going to kill some squid. You can only swim up or down really fast, not forward or back. It's still really nice. Okay, so that's a decent haul, I think. For me, at least. And, making the mistake of moving this to another hotbar slot. You end up falling if you're flying around at the time, so... Easy mistake to make, though. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna take these torches and move them. If I need torches, I'll put them out. Okay, so, because I used the Somnia mod, and I had these growing nearby, it's pretty well grown now. So what I'm going to do, since I have some fresh crops here, is use my sickle. Which I think is from Red Power 2. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. It's hard to remember which mod has the scythe, which one has the sickle, which one has the crook. They're all things for like collecting crops and stuff. But yeah, I wish right now that those other parts of my this I don't want to call it world, save, whatever, that the other ages could be still loaded right now. So then I could just like mess around in the overworld for a bit, come back and have my ores processed. Just feels a little more realistic. Right. Well, now I've got a lot more seeds to throw into the cauldron, or whatever it is, the crucible. I'm gonna go here first. I think the taint level here, yeah, it might be going down a little bit. It's hard to tell. It definitely is pretty high, and I think once it gets like to the halfway points, it's hard to tell. Like in the wiki, it talks about once it gets to like the 3rd tick mark or something like that, then it starts draining the aura, which is the kind of magenta colored bar. But there's no tick marks with this texture pack at least, so that might be a texture pack issue, or it might just be something for a different version that the wiki's talking about. But either way, I have no clue right now whether that taint level is a risk or not. So I'm just being proactive about it. Now this is entertaining. As long as I don't get too close and have that whippoorwill or whatever it is making all that noise. You've got, I think it's a cheetah and a lion, and there was a bear. And at one point there was a puma too. I think the bear might have gotten killed like this one over there is. But yeah. It's so interesting how that happens. The birds just like sit in one tree and they all crowd around it. Anyway, why do I have this? Oh, I must not have picked it up before. I'll let that grow a little more. Alright. So, how is my macerating doing? Okay. So, I made this compressor. I would like to, in this episode, make a rotary macerator so that the macerating happens faster and can have a higher amount of overclocker upgrades. And I think I need to add more power to it or something. I'm trying that because when I add more overclocker upgrades, for example, to this, it'll handle it and go twice as fast for a bit, and then this goes down to nothing because this gets fully drained and this runs out of its internal charge. But for a while it'll process really fast. So I was just swapping it out anytime that this got pretty high on charge. It'll start making a weird noise soon, meaning that its charge is gone. Yeah, so that's when I get rid of this. But I would like to make a rotary macerator and just leave that revved up to the maximum speed all the time. And I would like to have at least a low voltage solar array connected down to it. But I'm not sure I want to build all of that in this area because I can't keep this area loaded while I'm doing things in another world. So if I make these things in a different area, like in the overworld, and I work on all my industrial craft stuff in the overworld, or even in the desert age with all of the Thaumcraft stuff in it, since I've got that area pretty well protected right now, that might be what I end up doing between episodes, because I don't want to get too far into building some kind of big thing and not be able to actually take much advantage of that setup because it's unloaded when I'm doing other stuff. So yeah, maybe between episodes I will move those things to another area, maybe in the desert, maybe in the overworld. Downside of using the desert is, or the desert age, is any Mystcraft age. I saw in the comments or whatever on the wiki that there might be incompatibility between Mystcraft and the logistics pipes. And logistics pipes is part of the advanced pipes mod for Buildcraft. I think it's the advanced pipes mod, that might not be the name of it, but logistics pipes are basically really, really useful and can do a lot of things that I really miss doing from the Feed the Beast pyramid challenge that I did. But if I'm not able to use those in a Mystcraft age, and I have things set up in that Mystcraft age for my infrastructure, then I won't be able to really take advantage of the infrastructure. So I'm tempted to set all of that up in the overworld. That means that my Thaumcraft stuff would be in the desert age, and while I'm doing that stuff, I wouldn't be making any progress with my industrial stuff. But any other time, I would be doing industrial stuff in the overworld, and it would all be loaded and running fine, and can use the logistics pipes. So I don't know yet. I'll try to figure that out. But in the next episode, you might see like a Industrial Craft 2 low voltage solar array and rotary macerator and some other stuff, if I go forward with that. Where it is still up in the air, but that's my plan. So, let's see here. This should be done. Right. And what else? I should have put some of these things away. You don't think I have bones in here. That's there. Yeah, these are in the overworld. No, these are here. They're in the overworld too. Okay, so 6 slime balls. That's pretty good for the night. Also in the overworld, but I'll bring it because it's in the Thaumcraft Desert Age 2. That's going to the Desert 2. Desert. Gonna make food with that. Okay. So, drop another one of these. I'm almost done with all my ores. We're gonna go on a mining trip before this episode's over, so that's gonna be a good time. I'm gonna refill that chest. I upgraded some of these to iron chests. You can see they have twice the space. Yeah, this is all the iron ingot I made. But that's nothing compared to what's gonna happen from these. Because my copper ore, that was a full stack I dropped off, and this. Those should each produce a total of 3 times what they were in ore form once they're all done with the Thaumcraft alchemical furnace or whatever it is. Arcane furnace. So that should be like 5.5 stacks of copper ingot from those 2. And then these, since they're already macerated, they give 50% more once they're done, once they're processed into Thaumcraft stuff. So instead of 6 stacks, it'll be 9 stacks of ingot from that. So I'll have over 14 stacks of copper ingot. And I've already got some here. It's just so much. Really neat discovery. Refined iron, because you're taking iron ingot and you're processing it a second time in a furnace. If you do that in the Thaumcraft arcane furnace, you still get the bonus. So not only are you getting the bonus from processing the iron dust into ingot, so like 1 stack becomes 1.5 stacks from that, but you also, when you process that stack and a half to get refined iron, get the bonus again. So you end up with, from 1.5 stacks, you get like 2.25 stacks from 1 starting stack. It's really, really neat. And that 1 starting stack came from half a stack of iron ore. So that's just, refined iron is super cheap now if you use that process. Alright. 34 copper dust. We'll run for a while. I don't have any fuel over here. I forgot to bring some. So I might have to come back. I mean, I have coal. I don't really want to use it. So yeah, I'll come back later. But now you've seen all the ingots I had set up. Food. Put this away. I also want to set up an automatic crafting table with Buildcraft pipes to make my bread. It's silly to think of that, like let's automate making bread, but it's something I wouldn't have to take time to do, just like it just did. And same with making books or paper, like throw things in a chest from walking over here and collecting it and replanting, and then once they're put in the chest they'll automatically become bread. Done. And there's another item in the equivalent exchange mod. Wow, jeez. The Harvest Goddess Band, which also takes 2 dark matter. But other than that, it's really easy to make, and I should be able to make this pretty quickly, but I have no big need for it right now. But basically, this thing has a lot of different functions, one of them being that it automatically harvests, well, not automatically, you can turn it on and it'll harvest everything within like a certain range of you that's ready to be harvested. And it will also increase the growth rate of anything, and it'll allow things like sugarcane and cacti to grow higher before being harvested. So, that's really neat. But the best part is, you can replant as long as you have like seeds in your inventory, and you have the Harvest Goddess Band active. You can plant all those seeds in a certain range of you using that Harvest Goddess Band. And so using the Harvest Goddess Band to harvest all of the ready to harvest crops, and then again to replant all of them, it's super fast. And then you go and you drop off all of the collected stuff in a chest and let it turn into food automatically. That's a nice setup that I'm looking forward to having. Alright, so these get put away. Anything else? No. Okay. And I don't need this right now, so. Okay. Flying. So good. Okay. Yeah, all of this would have been completely empty by now. It was loaded. I'm kind of tempted to move all of everything into the overworld. Like, now that I've got stuff established, and that I have all of the silver wood logs and leaves that I have, having it all in one place in the overworld would allow me to have things loaded at all times and process a lot faster and still be protected from taint and stuff. The downside is areas farther away that I might not have visited yet might get taint infections if I'm not careful. And there's also, of course, more mobs that I don't have control over in the overworld. But at this point, I'm only going to get stronger and more protected, so I'm not sure if I really care about that point. I can rebuild all this in the overworld. So yeah, I might do a lot of moving around in between episodes. We'll see. I might do it during another episode. Might record it, might not. I don't know. But that's my thinking on it. Let's see. Okay, so we've got some time. So I want to do some mining after I drop these things off, and hopefully there's room in here. Wow. So much stuff. Tin, iron, gold. I really like this design though, like being able to access 2 items in one place that quickly and having a nice spooky jack-o'-lantern under it. It's really neat. I am going to miss, if I do move this to the overworld, I'm going to miss having like eternal day, because I'll need to like protect the place from above too, because there are wraiths that fly around. They're not like really that dangerous, but they're still there. And of course, creepers could spawn or whatever else. Enderman could come in and ruin my day by taking something out of here. Like this. So, yeah. I don't know if I want to move. I'll figure it out. Okay. Gonna wait till I can drop off one more stack of dust. Alright, so I'm gonna drop off all of this. And then I'll have an emptier inventory so I can go mining. Forgot to throw those in there. Oh well. No big deal. So what dimension do I want to mine in? Sorry. I'm going to protect myself for a moment. Well, increase the durability on these things. Oh, that turns off. Interesting. Alright, dense ores. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pump out all of that coal coke too. Into, oh, there's no portable tanks though, so I'm gonna have to make a whole bunch of railroad ties with all of that coal coke, or just make a whole bunch of buckets from it. I think cans might work. Cans are wasteful, but I have so many resources right now, it doesn't really matter. Right, drop these all off. Oh my god. Oh, some of that's silver, that's right. Okay. So almost 2 full stacks of silver. I can make almost 2 full stacks of ethames. The almost useless but really useful tool. These dusts, I'm just gonna throw them in here for now. Gonna put that somewhere. And I'll wait till this fills up, just 2 more. Ah, I forgot fuel. Whatever. I can restock my own alchemy bag later. Okay. Wow. That's a lot of stuff. Cool. So I might have seeds in here. I do have seeds in here. I'll just drop those off in here for now. And no mining in this age. So I'm going away. Do I mine in the place where I got the silverwood trees, or do I mine in the overworld? If I mine in the overworld, I can mess up the aura, but if I go far enough away and mine in the overworld, I don't care about the aura. So, there's that. Huh. I want to make sure that I still have enough EMC to get back if I do fly away somewhere. Yeah, it's almost morning time anyway, so let's do that. Spooky. Alright, now you get to see more of this world. So most of it is all snowy. There's like a desert far enough this way, I think, but it takes a lot to get over there. The only reason I know about some of these things is because I did some scouting early on. That's why I have these Eldritch Monument things marked, because I wanted to completely protect myself from any possible negative effects they might cause. Because I didn't know at the time anything about Eldritch Monuments' effects on the area, and it turns out they do actually have a negative effect over time. So I'm glad I was precautious about that and started in an island area like 400 meters from any of those Eldritch Monuments. I don't think I've seen these guys before. Polar bears. Anyway, oil. Oh, and sea life. So home is about 500 meters away. I want to get farther, just to be a little safe. Pigs. Cool. Sheep. No, polar bears. Sheep don't kill pigs. Polar bears do. Alright. Oh, really? A lion killing a native inhabitant of the snowy tundra or whatever. Hello. Okay. Actually, now that I'm over here and I can fly... Wait, this is one of those bad guys. They don't get very big, but they are strong. But now that I can get over here more easily, there are big things like these. And there are silverwood here. I'm gonna go to those. Mystcraft trees. And there's a desert village up to the north that I can visit at some point. Yeah, those are all crystals at the end. Okay, so... trying to get my bearings again. Okay, so that's where I started. Silverwood and Thaumcraft trees are really far that way. How's my client star doing? It's okay. Supervolcanos over this way, and a giant oil. So let's check that out. That's a new structure. Whoa. What? What the heck is that? That's not a dungeon. Wait a minute. This has got to be something from a mod. Maybe Thaumcraft 2 added it or something, but what the heck? Like, that doesn't have the outside structure that dungeons have. And it's only a single chest. It does have mossy cobblestone. What the hell? Okay, sorry. Didn't mean to swear, but... Oh! Might be like part of an underground minecart area. Wow. Oh my god. So yeah, Thaumcraft stuff in here, and music disc. Wow. This is so cool. I didn't know these existed. Work cart. Pretty sure I lost the bucket when I was doing the when I was making the ring, so glad I got one back. Put that away. The redstone is topped off. It's a rare artifact. It's a good one. Common. Oh, I'm not wearing my armor, and I'm about to get attacked. So, hold on. Common music disc. I heard a skeleton, so like something around here. Yes, hello. What the heck? Oh, yeah. Scorpions climbing walls and just hanging there in a cave. So creepy. Cool, okay, found a V crystal. Off to a good start. And obviously that rare stuff was really good too. Down to 41. I should make another Klein Star and let it charge while I'm doing stuff, but that means I need an energy collector in the same dimension. So I'm just getting more support, I guess, for traveling around in this dimension and moving all my stuff here. I heard a skeleton when I was over there, so there's got to be something underground. And I can see the red on the mini-map. There he is. Yes, hello. No torches. actually. Oh. Wow. Okay. And there's a way to like change the mode of this, I think, to set up some like force field type barrier that keeps things away. Let me try to turn it on. No, that's not it. See? So I think it's using more Klein Star energy now. Yeah, that's way too much. Turn it on. But let me just test it here with this guy. Force field. Hello. I don't think they can actually touch me right now. Let's see. Attack me. Come on. Nope, you can't? Why not? Force field. That is so cool. Wow. Never mind. Alright. Oh, I didn't have it turned on? Oh. I did have it turned on. It just depends on... The color depends on whether I'm flying or not. Okay. So yeah, this is down to 39,000 already. What is a work cart? Uses... You get a mine cart from it. What is the point in it? Oh! That's why. So it must be from, like, one of the Steve's Carts or Railcraft mod. And it just has a crafting table. Hey, how's it going? Alright. So this might just be like a big flyby and then go back to my base. Because it's getting a little later. I don't know yet. If I see more V crystals while I'm flying around, I'm gonna collect them. Alright. Silverwood, giant oil, supervolcano. There's the giant oil. That is a big oil. Oh my god. I am so tempted to put a pump over this. Because look at this thing. It is enormous. And I think spawn is right over here too. Yeah, this is like 100 meters from spawn. But the top of this is how high? 117 on the y-axis. So that is enormous. Wow. Yeah. So I might come over here and like set something up with Buildcraft, pump all that oil, make fuel from it or something. But that'll all be after I get far enough in Thaumcraft and equivalent exchange. And I won't even need oil at that point, or fuel, but I still want to kind of... I'm considering still playing after I get far enough in those ones. If I want to get further in this world with the other mods in this older version of Minecraft, might be a fun experience. Cool. Bee crystals. Alright. Wait, was that more? Oh my god. Crystals everywhere. So cool. It's obviously way easier to find bee crystals when you're flying around than when you're not. Okay. 38,000. It's getting night time very soon. Alright. So giant oil. Supervolcanos this way. And when I say supervolcano and mark it on my map, I mean it's a supervolcano. But I'm so distracted by all these other things now that I can fly so easily. Oh, hello. Alright, and these blocks are all marble blocks from Red Power 2. Oh, one other thing. So, the bee crystal or glows in the dark, so you can see it in the distance if it's dark enough. Problem is when it's dark enough you also get mobs, so not sure I'll have to deal with that very much and have that advantage of being able to see the V crystals, but at least at night flying around I should be able to see them at a distance a little easier. Any V crystals in here? Yes, hello. Yeah, getting away from those guys. Okay. Check this out. What is... Oh, Enderman! Finally! I haven't seen Enderman yet. Well, I saw one, but wasn't able to do anything about it. You can't fly, Mr. Enderman, so I can get you. If I grab my candy of fame and don't die to a skeleton in the meantime. Wow. 2 hits. Same with you. Oh my god, so good. But no Ender Eye. Ender Pearl. Yep, so this glow here, that's what I was talking about. So actually, yeah, that's a really big glow. Just fly around at night. Really, dude? Leave me alone. Just trying to collect crystals and stuff. They glow down there. No. There's a glow up here. Wow, this is actually really nice, being able to find these so quickly. I feel bad doing it in the overworld, but I suppose I could make a dimension in Mystcraft with regular terrain generation and like not pick any biomes, let it just automatically randomly pick them or something like that, and then I might get something like this overworld dimension and be able to collect the V crystals from that without upsetting the taint and whatnot in something that I care about, like the overworld here. That's not a crystal. But crystal or lava? Wow, that got a little wild. Down to 35,000. Yeah, I got a little sidetracked, didn't I? But I got so many V crystals. It's awesome. Do you think there might be more? No. I mean, I'm sure there are down that way. So this is an Eldritch Monument here. And it also glows. Supervolcano. Alright, so actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to collect any V crystals that I find on the way, but I'm going to check out the Supervolcano and then also kill these Endermen because I don't get opportunities like this every day. Well, maybe now that I can fly I do. But I'm going to wrap up the video in a few minutes after getting back to base and checking out that Supervolcano on the way. And then next episode we'll do some mining with a more fully charged Klein Star and the Destruction Catalyst. This is not the Supervolcano, by the way. It is a giant volcano, which is pretty impressive. But that one is much bigger. So the red power mod, I believe, is the one that adds the volcanoes. It also has like lava-based heat production with its thermopile block. What? Leaves do not belong there. Anyway, okay, heading back this way. I don't see any glowing. $34, okay. And this is also not a supervolcano. But it is also very big. I like the sound effect too. Any crystals? No crystals. Okay. That's a neat formation. Is it even touching the ground? No, it's not. Cool. Yeah, so that whole thing is flying. Floating. Very nice. Okay. Supervolcano is this way. It is very tall. At Y115. And I don't know if there's lava source blocks that go all the way down. I'm pretty sure the volcano has like a lava pool at the very bottom. And like, you can go straight down with a pump all the way to that and get the lava out of it. Is that all from that too? No, that's separate. But yeah, that's a very big volcano. It's like almost at the cloud layer. Really cool. I think I see a V crystal. Yep. And breaking things while flying is just like when you're on a ladder or swimming. So it's slower. So if you're breaking something like bedrock or a mob spawner, putting a block down to stand on speeds it up tremendously. Alright, so home is that way. It's getting bright out. I wonder, I'll have to double check what biome it was that those, well, it's still over here. So, whatever biome it is that those tall hills were in, that biome seems to be really good for finding V crystals exposed because of all of its bare walls. So, I'm going to, what? More V crystals. Awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna check this biome first. Ice plains. I think it's different over here. Let's see. Ice mountains. Okay, so yeah, makes sense. Ooh, still underway. That's a big one. I might come back and collect that. I don't have an immediate need for silverwood right now anyway. I'm really glad I got 2 ender pearls though. Okay. And this can go away. great wood trees. Yeah, so we'll do some mining. Ooh, there's more over there too. We'll do some mining in the start of the next episode. Probably pick up in the same area here. But in the meantime, I'm really thinking I might move a bunch of stuff to the overworld, set up base somewhere. So if it looks a little different, that will be why. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up the episode there. Made a lot of progress this episode. Definitely really glad that I have this ring that lets me fly now, because that is super nice. I do need to keep an eye on my Klein star, but I can make a second one, let that charge in the meantime. V crystals down here. Alright, yeah, I'll wrap it up here. And that's where we'll start next episode. So take care, guys.